Here is the fabric we'll be using for this. This is 2 yards of fabric, African print, and the measurements we'll be needing is just the neck width. So I folded my fabric into 2 already. This folded part, yes, here I'm going to fold it again. That way it's on fold, and I can cut the front and the back without a shoulder slope. So I'm just taking my neck width now for the front and the back. I'll be using 3.5 inches for this, the back, and then 1.5 inches for the back, and I'll be using 8 inches for the front. The back neckline will be curved while the front neckline is going to be a V neckline. So I'll just connect it now and make a V shape. Making a V shape, I just wanted to show. I hope you can see it. That's why I'm using a white chalk. So now I'll go ahead to measure the shoulder. I'm just going to use the whole length of this folded part. I don't need to actually take any measurement because I don't want to cut it. I'm going to use just 2 yards of fabric exactly to make this poncho, because ponchos are actually big. They are not fitted garments. They just give you this look of agbada. So now I'm going down by 11 inches on the side. That's where my arm would come out from, and I'll just, from that 11 inches, I'll sew it down. Now I'll just cut open the neckline, the back and the front. When you're doing this, make sure you're always careful so you don't cut the 4 pieces like the front. I cut the front first. You should cut the front first because it's shorter, and then fold the 2 middle pieces inside so that when you're cutting the front, did I say the front before? I think that's the back. So when you're cutting the front, it won't affect the back. Now just bring out the part I folded in. Voila, that's it. So now really poncho doesn't require so many measurements. It's just the neckline, and then you figure out how many inches you'll be leaving on the side for your arm to pass through. And for this I'm using 11 inches, so I'll just cut out my facing for this, for the neck, and then attach an interfacing and shows what it looks like. So now this part is on fold. I'm going to fold it like this, like center front and center back on fold. So this is the center front, and this side is center back, and this is the center front. So this here is the shoulder. I hope you understand how you're going to be folding this. Now this is the shoulder. Now I'm going to measure out how many inches I'll be needing for my facing. I'll be using 3 inches on both sides for the facing. So I'll go ahead to cut out a fabric that I'm using 16 inches by 14 inches. The length of the facing 16 inches, and the width I'm using 14 inches. I'll cut it out and iron an interfacing to it. Then I'll show us what it looks like. So here it says I've cut out the facing and I've ironed a lightweight interfacing to it. Now I'm putting it on fold, and then that folded part is going to be on the same line with the center front and the center back. Now I'm going to gently put it under both, making sure that the 3 inches I left for both sides come out equal. I hope you understand. I'm placing it nicely under the neckline, and then I'll just go ahead to pin it so it will be stable when I'm cutting it out. I'm pinning the both sides so it will sit well as I'm cutting it out. Now that excess just underneath the neckline is what I'm cutting out, so it will come out the same shape as it is on the poncho. Yeah, I realized that as I was cutting it, the one under was shifting forward, so that's what I'm trying to adjust here. That's why you actually need to pin it down. I'll just go ahead and complete what I was cutting, just finish it up. Yeah, so I'm done now. I'll just take out the pins, and then I would open up the poncho with the facing. So I'll show us how to sew the neck, how to sew it around the neck. I'll just open up the whole thing, place it front facing front, but if you like you can bring up your facing to be at the front and not at the back. I hope you understand, but I want mine to be at the back of the dress. I don't want it to be in front. I want my facing to be at the back. So whatever rocks your boat, please go ahead. I'm just trying to place it nicely on it so it doesn't shift while I'm sewing, and of course I would pin it down so it will be stable while I'm sewing. Please, if you're new to this channel and you like this kind of content, please hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you always get a notification anytime I post a video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you. So I'm just pinning it down now, and then I'll go ahead to sew. Now I'm going to be sewing it all around with 1/2 inch, and then I'll make sure to notch it so it will lay well when I turn it to the back. So now I'm done sewing it, and I've also gone ahead to notch the neckline. This is the back and then this is the front. Now what I'm going to do is flip it over. So this is how I notched it. I just want to show you, just like this. It can't be too much just because there are curved edges there, so it will lay well. I'm done notching, and I'll just flip the facing to the back. So the neckline is done and it's finished. You just need to give it a good press, and I'm going to be tacking it down so it doesn't tend to come off like when I'm wearing it. I'll just tack it down and give it a good press. Next we'll be working on this side. Remember I measured 11 inches down. I would fold all of this. I'll fold this part, this 11 inches. I'll fold it in, or you could use a bias tip to turn it in. And then from that 11 inches all the way down, I'll be sewing it from the back. I'll be sewing the back. It's not a butterfly top, so we don't need to see the stitches. I'll be sewing the back, then I'll be doing the same thing to the other side, to the left side of this poncho. I would fold in to the point where I mark 11 inches, and then close the sides from the back. When I'm done, I would hem the bottom of this poncho, and I'll show us what it looks like. So I'm done folding the arm hole, that's what I'll call it, sewing the sides and even hemming this poncho, and I'm giving it a good press. Just look at it, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.